What's up, guys? Top Rope Wrestling here, back with another podcast. So today I have a lot to talk about. And the first article I want to talk about is Dean Ambrose could earn major achievement if he wins at SummerSlam. Things are looking up for one WWE superstar. That superstar is Dean Ambrose, who is clearly the workhorse for the sports entertainment company right now. While competing under the WWE banner, he has a reputation for doing the hard yards and almost never missing a single event. He held the WWE title for 84 days and headlined several events in some of WWE's biggest markets. He has wrestled in a complete total of 204 WWE matches in the same year. He worked 194 WWE events in 2016 alone. This is 9% more than anybody else on the roster. Ambrose is currently involved in a storyline which sees him and former Shield brother Seth Rollins having a reunion at SummerSlam. He will team up with Rollins and challenge Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw Tag Team titles at the upcoming SummerSlam pay-per-view event this Sunday in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. Brock Lesnar vs. Braun Strowman vs. Roman Reigns vs. Samoa Joe in a Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way match will headline SummerSlam, which is set to air on the company's streaming service, WWE Network. Not only does Dean Ambrose have a chance to win the first tag team title in WWE, but he also has a chance to join an exclusive list of superstars. Some members of the WWE Universe might not know, but if Ambrose and Rollins win at SummerSlam, then Ambrose will officially become a Grand Slam winner in WWE. The Grand Slam in WWE has changed over the years due to different titles being introduced and taken away. According to WWE.com, here are their current requirements for a Grand Slam winner. Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, any permutation of the Tag Team Championship, and either active heavyweight title, as in WWE Championship or now the WWE Universal Championship. Ambrose has achieved many accomplishments since signing with WWE in 2011 and being called up to the main roster as part of the Shield in 2012. He has held the WWE title once, Intercontinental Championship twice, and the United States Championship once. He is also a 5-time Slammy Award winner and won the Money in the Bank briefcase in 2016. Money in the Bank. Ambrose would become the first member of the Shield to win the Grand Slam. Reigns and Rollins are both missing the Intercontinental title. Alright, you know what? I really love this article because I think Dean is a great wrestler and he deserves any kind of push he can get. And I think this would be really great for Dean and Seth Rollins to win the tag team titles because it would be great to see somebody else besides Cesaro and Sheamus, because they seem to like to go back to the same people. Like they had Sheamus and Cesaro, then it went to the Hardy Boys, now it's back to Sheamus and Cesaro, and it'd be really great if they could give other guys a chance. And you know, I like Dean. Look, his mic skills are top notch. You know, he's really funny when he's on the mic, when he's cutting a promo. It's spot on. The feud with The Miz, oh, that was a great feud. And now the storyline with him and Seth Rollins reuniting and going for the titles. That I like that storyline. You know, I like Seth Rollins too. I think he's a great wrestler. You know, I liked the Shield in general when they were together, and it was a total shock when Seth Rollins turned on him. And, you know, now you got this storyline where, you know, Seth is trying to apologize and, you know, he wants to team up with Dean. I think this is great. You know, I think they can take down Sheamus and Cesaro, and I hope they do, because I hope, you know, WWE gives this, you know, Grand Slam. They got to give it to Dean. I mean, as you know, you heard in the article, you know, Dean's, you know, working like 9% more than everyone else. He never misses a show. You know, he's got that attitude like John Cena, never give up. You know, he's paid his dues. He, you know, if you don't know this, he wrestled in, you know, the indie wrestling scene before this, so he's paid his time. He's a top-notch, he's a top-dog wrestler. Everyone loves him. He comes out, they cheer him. Yeah, I think it's Dean's time. Give this to Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and it'll be good. Okay? So the WWE, or I should say, the WWE just needs to listen to the crowd because, they want to improve ratings. This is what you do. You give other guys the titles and, new faces. You bring them in. You make them the championship. Your ratings go up. People want to tune in. But if you keep having the same guys win the title and the same matches that you do week after week, guess what? Those ratings aren't going to go up. They're going to go down. And the show's going to continue to stay stale, and nobody's going to want to watch it. So this right here, this article, I love it, and it's a great way to get people watching again and the ratings to go up. So yes, I hope Dean and Seth Rollins win the tag team titles, but we'll have to wait and see until SummerSlam. Alright, so I have another article here that says WWE planning huge match for No Mercy pay-per-view. WWE is already planning for next month's No Mercy pay-per-view. We have finally made it to SummerSlam week as the biggest event of summer takes place this weekend. WWE will be holding NXT TakeOver Brooklyn on Saturday, SummerSlam on Sunday, Raw on Monday, and SmackDown Live on Tuesday in Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver will air on the WWE Network, and while the two television shows will air on the USA Network, Brock Lesnar vs. Braun Strowman vs. Roman Reigns vs. Samoa Joe in a Universal Championship Fatal 4-Way match will headline this event. The first No Mercy pay-per-view event was held on May 16, 1999 in Manchester, England. The event was held annually in October from 1999 to 2008. From 2003 to 2006, it was exclusive to the SmackDown brand. In 2016, the event returned as a SmackDown exclusive show following the reinstated brand extension and aired on the WWE Network for the first time. This year's pay-per-view event will be a Raw branded event. It's well known by now that the WWE had Lesnar's advocate Paul Heyman mention on Raw a few weeks ago that if Lesnar loses the title at SummerSlam, then he would leave the sports entertainment company and go back to UFC. The reason for them adding the stipulation was way to intrigue the Fatal 4-Way match at SummerSlam and capitalize off the John Jones vs. Lesnar speculation. The belief among those within the company is that Lesnar is expected to retain the Universal title and continue to defend it. Now that question comes up, who will be Lesnar's opponent at SummerSlam? Well, we all know who it will be. Sources say that Braun Strowman would be the next challenger for the Universal Championship at No Mercy event. The No Mercy pay-per-view event takes place in Los Angeles, California at the Staples Center on Sunday, September 24th, and will air on the WWE Network and some traditional pay-per-view outlets. As of this writing, WWE has yet to announce any matches for the show, but will be doing so starting next week. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this article. Okay, now I've said in past podcasts that, I do like Brock. I think he's, a great wrestler and, he's a great addition to the WWE. But the main problem that I have with him is he's part-time. So you really can't give a part-timer a championship because, they need to be there every week. Okay, if you have a part-timer who has a championship and he's only there like 2-3 times, like twice a month or once a month, then what's the point of having the championship? I mean, people tune in to Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, whatever, because they want to see the championship. They want to see the matches. They want to see the wrestler, okay? What's the point of having the Brock Lesnar as a champion and he's never there? Now, I know he's been featured a little more on Raw because it is, SummerSlam's, this week. It's coming up and, I could see why they had him there. But after SummerSlam, and you got the next No Mercy pay-per-view, when's the next time he's going to be on Raw? Is he going to be on Raw after SummerSlam? Is it going to be 2 weeks later? That's why I'm 50-50 on this, because I like Brock. I think he's a great wrestler, but you need to give it to somebody else who's there full time. And it's not fair. It's not fair to have guys like Dean Ambrose and, I know Sheamus and Cesaro are, tag team, but, guys like that, the Hardy Boys, Roman Reigns, all these guys that are full-time, putting in hours, they should be getting the title, not Brock, who's only part-time. Yes, I get he makes the money, but give it to somebody else. And I'm really glad that finally, the article's talking about Braun Strowman facing Brock Lesnar because, while I did like Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns and I thought they put on some of the best matches, they needed to end it. I mean, WWE has a problem with they make these feuds and they just drag it out and out and out, and then you think the feud's over with, and then it's like, oh, they started up again, because like last week on Raw we had another match, Strowman versus Reigns for no DQ or no holds barred, whatever. They had all these matches. I mean, they've probably done like 50 or 20 different matches, and it's like, okay, I like seeing those matches, but when you do so many, it just gets repetitive, and it's like, great, another Strowman versus Reigns match. While it's a good match, it's just too much. So I like the fact that Strowman is facing Brock Lesnar, and I think it would be great if Strowman actually got the championship, because that would be really great, because they try to build up Strowman as, one of the biggest guys. He took down Reigns, he takes down Sami Zayn and everyone else, and they, you want to make him this top big dog, have him take down Brock, have him win the championship, and now Braun Strowman could say, you know what, Roman, this isn't your yard, this is my yard, and then you could have all these guys, challenge him, and you'd have to find someone who could face him and take him down, which would be great. I think it would bring up the ratings, and it would be a nice change for WWE. So my thoughts are, I don't know. And if they're gonna have Brock win at SummerSlam, make it entertaining, okay? None of this, Brock, when it's just Brock and someone else that's, is, suplex, F5, boom, match is over, okay? Nobody wants to see that shit anymore, okay? Come up with something else. I know that's what he's known for, his suplexes, his F5. I'm not saying he can't use it, but just don't use those moves and then have the match over. At least make it exciting, okay? It's the main event, okay? Make it a really great one, not like I said before, not when he faced Goldberg and you have the main event and it's like 2 minutes and it's like, are you fucking kidding me? People watch the whole show for 2 minutes to just do, suplex, F5, match is over. No, put on a good main event, and, if they're not going to give the title to anyone else, make it a great match. Face Strowman at No Mercy, lose the title, and, I think that's what needs to happen. So, like I said, with these two articles, we're going to have to wait till SummerSlam to see if Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins can win the tag team titles and who will win the Fatal 4-Way match. All right, I'll talk to you guys next podcast. See ya.